Welcome to the Over the Vast Nurseries YouTube channel. It's a pleasure to have you join us. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. But if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, can I suggest that now might be a good time to do so. And also, if you view any of our videos and you like them, it would be really great if you could kindly click the like icon too, because that will help to make the information available for other people as well. Now, as you go and visit some of our garden centers here in our region, that's the Mid-Atlantic and Northeastern states, or scroll through some of the videos here on this channel, you'll see that we frequently feature brand new, exciting, cutting-edge varieties. And with our extensive contacts with some of the best breeders in the world and our trialing and testing program, we're happy to be able to give you the inside scoop of some of these exciting new promising varieties. But you know, some of the old tried and true varieties are very well worth growing too. Excellent performers that have stood the test of time. For instance, look at this very good old British variety of clematis. It's called Clematis Henryi. Now here's one that's vigorous, free flowering, producing masses of these large gleaming white flowers that put on a terrific show year in and year out and bring freshness and vitality to our gardens. And what's more, it's been doing it for over 150 years. It's hardy to zone 4, grows to about 8 to 10 foot, and is ideal for putting on arbors and trellis and pergolas and fences, or twining through climbing roses or over the tops of some shrubs. I like to see it when it's displayed against a dark background. If you have a dark colored wall, or indeed even evergreen foliage, those beautiful white pristine flowers really just beam out all of their beautiful glory. It starts to flower in early summer and continues through till about midsummer, then takes a little bit of a break, and then comes again with a nice flush going into late summer and into the fall. The flowers are really quite large, 6 to 8 inches in diameter, with 6 to 8 sepals, and in the middle of each of them you'll see that they have these beautiful dark anthers too, which contrast so beautifully against the white color. It grows easily in well-drained conditions in a sunny or partially shaded site. Now, believe it or not, it was introduced as far back as 1873. It was developed by a Scottish lawyer called Isaac Anderson Henry. He practiced law in Edinburgh, and I think it's interesting in that he was way more interested in plants and gardens than he was in law. So when his wife came into an inheritance in 1861, he gave up his law practice and dedicated himself to growing all sorts of unusual and new plants in his gardens. Now, at about that time, intrepid plant hunters were sending back exciting new discoveries from the four corners of the world. And one of those was a fellow Scotsman called Robert Fortune. Now, I don't know if you know it or not, but Fortune was the one who dressed himself up as a tea merchant from another part of China, and he was the one who smuggled tea plants out of China and broke the Chinese monopoly on tea. Really exciting stuff. He went to some of the most remote parts of China, places that Westerners had never gone before. He discovered 250 new species, but amongst his discoveries were 2 new species of clematis. One of them he found in eastern China in 1850, and another one 10 years later in Japan. And because Isaac moved in influential circles and eventually became the president of the Botanical Society of Edinburgh, he had access to these new discoveries, and because he was a keen hybridizer, he crossed the two and produced this exciting new hybrid that must have really been all the rage in its day. Now, what I think is really great is that over all of that time, 150 years or more, it's been growing and luxuriating in our gardens, and we think this is such a beautiful old-timer, a reliable, trusted, tried and true variety that you should think about growing it in your garden. I'm David Wilson, and this is Clematis Henryi. Enjoy your gardening. It's good for us, and it's very good for our environment too.